Hi, get ready with me while I stay in bed. As I just showed, I do not currently have eyebrows. I accidentally waxed part of one off, and I hated how uneven it was, so I just shaved them, and I'm gonna let them grow in. I start off with the very 2016 pomade, and I still draw my brows on like it's 2016. I don't care what people think. Problem that arises during this video, as you can see, is because I have no eyebrows, I do not have anything to base this off of. I'm starting this series to do a single eyeshadow palette at a time, and I probably own 30 to 50 palettes, so this is going to be a lot. Now with my other 2016 era product, I absolutely love this. It gives me the very drawn on brows. Ignore my sneezing. I don't like brows to look natural on me. I like the very goth aesthetic of just dark black looking like somebody took a Sharpie to me. I love it. This is me, noticing that they don't match. Also, I can only use the muscles around my brow on, it would be my left side. Okay, so off camera, I tried to fix my brows. Of course, they're still not going to completely match because, like I said, only my left side, where my eyebrow piercing side, is the side that actually has muscle that I can use, and because of that, my brows do not look the same. They grow in completely different, but also one has an arch naturally and the other does not. So my brows have always been my biggest complication. Now I go in and fix any spots that look kind of bad with the Shape Tape. And then, of course, I take a sponge, try to blend it out as best I can. And I always do my makeup like this. I always do my brows first, then my eyes, and then I go in and do face, because I've never saw the point of doing your face because you might have eyeshadow fallout that you have to go back and fix. So why not just do the eyes first? Okay, and so this is actually hard candy primer, but it's in a separate bottle just so that I could use it more easily. And then I go in with whatever powder's left on from the day before on my brush to pack it and set it before eyeshadow. Okay, time to start the eyes. I'm gonna try to use this palette entirely and continue to do that throughout each palette each day. So going in with the yellow color on the inner part of my upper eyelid, and then going in with this kind of a mauve-y color because I'm preparing for the magenta color I'm putting in later. And then I'm going to use a packing brush to kind of pack orange in the middle, go back in with my mauve-y colored brush to blend, and then gonna go in with the yellow to blend, and I just keep going back and forth to do this and blend them all in. And then I pack some more orange, start blending with that packing brush. And now I come in with that more magenta-y color to really put on the outside. And then I go back in with my go-to concealer, the Too Faced. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's not Too Faced, it's Tarte, Shape Tape. And I do a sort of crease. I don't like too cut of a crease though, but I did kind of want a light shade on the inner corner for the lightest shimmer color. Ignore my hair. I was looking for my packing brush that I use specifically for shimmer. So I'm going to go with the lightest shimmer on the inner corner and really pack it in. I use the All Nighter by Urban Decay to help pack it. Then with the orange shimmery, in the middle, And then finally this, deeper red tone on the outer part. Now it's time for eyeliner. This is my go-to eyeliner. It's very hard to remove though. I'm just warning you now. It really could probably last 24 hours like it claims. I always do my eyeliner all the way across my eyelid. I don't, stop where my lashes stop. And I do have hooded eyes, so eyeliner is kind of difficult for me in that aspect. I do have to do it based on my eye shape, especially with the hooded part. Here I am cleaning up a little messed up spot and fixing it. Now I am finishing this side of the eyeliner, and then I'm going to go in and do my waterline area under my bottom lashes. I start out in the outer corner doing this dark green teal color, and I go a little past halfway, and then I go in with a lighter bluish color to finish under my lashes. Okay, now that we're done with the eyeshadow, we're going to go in and do the rest of my face. I'm going to go in with Shape Tape under the eyes, and then I have to add a corrector because no beige, no ivory, no porcelain is ever light enough for me. Then I go in and blend it in under my eyes and really cut out the shape under the eyeliner. And then whatever's left goes over my nose to, fill my blackhead pores and pretend those aren't there. And it also goes for the creases around my mouth and the sides of my nose. And I just use it as a base and kind of just blend whatever's left out. We're not going to be wasteful. It's all going to blend out. And then I have to go in with a powder and set under my eyes. I've had wrinkles since I was 12. And if I don't set just the under eye area, it will not last without creases until the end of me applying the rest of my face. Don't get it anywhere else though. You don't want, the textured look of applying wet over a powder. Going with my foundation, of course, have to add another corrector in the shade white to lighten it. And I start out with my cheeks. And because I wear bangs, I don't have to have as full coverage up on my forehead. So whatever is ever left, that's what goes on my forehead. Then I go in with a cool toned contour to sculpt out my cheeks and to erase my double chin, kind of. Then I go in with the bronzer to go on top to bring warmth to my cheeks. And I just do 2 dots on my forehead to bring a little warmth up there. And then I blend them together. Right now I'm just, really sculpting those cheeks out, blending in some bronzer to bring in some warmth and, make me look alive. So for the blush, I put just a dot on my sponge, and then I dot a little bit from the sponge onto my face, and then I use a further down part of my sponge to blend it out. Then I go in with my loose powder and my e.l.f. brush, and I really pack. Pack first with dabbing motions to get the powder in to set, and then you can go in with different brushes and do round motions for, more blending. Now, I will just get this hair off my face that was driving me nuts the whole time. And then I come in with a little bit of blush, which I don't know what brand it is, and then I blend some more. Okay, this next part, I chisel out my nose. I take powder and I put it on the edges, and then whatever's extra I put onto a different brush, and I take this very rectangular brush and I chisel out my nose shape. And I just use the very, very edge. And then if it's, you know, a little too dark, I sit there and blend. And then that extra that I put on this brush, I use to kind of darken and blend my neck. And also, you know, pretend I don't have an extra chin. And then whatever's left, I also chisel out any other parts of my cheek. Next, I go in with glitter drops. After, of course, I got the hair off my face. I literally just touch a dot because it does not take a lot. This stuff is very pigmented. Here I am looking for my sponge for it and realized I didn't have it, so just use my finger. And I always like a very extreme highlight. I don't think I will ever, you know, change as trends change. I will always like my very dark brows that are very like crisp and drawn in, and then my very extreme highlight. And then I take this little eyeshadow brush and dip it into my highlighting powder, which is, it is from ABH, but I now have it in an old powder container, and I'm just use it from that instead. Do my Cupid's bow, line my upper lip, already did the corner inner crease of my eye, did the tip of my nose. Now I take a very small fan brush and highlight under my eyebrows and connect it down towards my cheek. Doing the other side. You can see me really carving in that highlight because I love highlighter. Next, I just do a quick line on my nose and then instantly like blend it. Now, to add more to my cheeks, I focus more on my cheeks, and then whatever powder is left goes up and around my brow, and of course to connect to that line from under my brow. And lastly, I go in and any highlighter marks on my brow, I now cover with brow gel. Also, usually this helps keep the hairs down if I had brows right now. So next is lashes. I use the Maybelline formula, but I prefer the Tarte, which is the Pink Tubes brush, so I've just been dipping that brush into the Maybelline. Basically when I ran out of the Tarte, I needed to quickly get mascara, so I keep using the brush, but using a different formula right now. So first, I always crimp lashes, then apply mascara, doing a rolling motion from the very, very base of the lashes going up. Next is applying the false lashes, which right now I'm peeling off the glue from last time. Then I put the Duo dark glue on it, get them a little tacky, and I start from the middle, and I do not trim my lashes. I pull them the farthest that they can go from the outer corner and pull them the farthest they go to the inner corner, and just how they lay is how they lay. I first just set them, and then I go in and get them as close to my lash line as possible. I do not apply mascara to my lashes. Well, to my false lashes. Now, while the glue dries, I go clean up my lips a little, and I'm going to be applying my favorite brand of lipstick, which is Lime Crime. And as I finish up my lips, and the glue on my lashes has gotten tacky enough and has dried down, I will next curl the false lashes and get them to stick to my real lashes so that there is no gap